The audio playing? I don't hear anything either. I had it work with All right, I think it's just that part that's going to be giving us a problem. So we'll go with it from here because that was the audio from the other thing from the preview. Let's see. How are we sounding here? All right, yeah. See, we're sounding good. So we'll just roll with it. I missed the intro, so it's all good. This is Matt Fisk. I appreciate you. I appreciate you being real patient with this. I'm still figuring everything out, but I should have the audio good now. I got my feedback going. It's good. Um, so we'll just jump into it. And while you're talking, I'm gonna go ahead and start inviting people. So go ahead and just talk a little bit about yourself, like what you've established so far since being out. Let's go with that. How do you go from 11 Bravo to logistics officer? Oh, you got voluntold. You didn't get to pick. See, and that's honestly that seems like that would be good for the future type job, like because it gives you some common sense type stuff. Yeah, I'd imagine. There's not too many life skills in the infantry world. Was that your resume? Because that's how my resume was. My resume came out like I was qualified to low crawl through the office and kill everybody. I was like, thanks a lot. This is good for nothing unless I want to be corrections or something. It should be though. It definitely should be. Hey, I see Eric just tagged in. What's up, Eric? Eric Borkins on. So you could tell us since he doesn't have a voice right now. You could tell us what was he really like. Window liquor. What's the Windex taste like? Got a new berry flavor coming out. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Karen. What? You guys are smoking out in Iraq? Hold on. Sometimes it works, We used to like to do a recon by fire where we would just line the tanks up and just shoot into anything that moved, and then if anything kept moving, we'd shoot again. And if everything stopped moving, we might still shoot again. It went back and forth, and it's any tanker that says that they didn't need the infantry when they're in their shit to watch their six because we can't see 360 is full of shit. And any infantry guy that says that they didn't ever have to call for tanks, well, they just never were in enough shit. Yep. But no, it was a good time. That was a day at the office for us, man. That's honestly, but up until that point, we had little things, but nothing like that. Like, and I remember, and for you guys that are just tuning in, where we're talking about the April 4th, 04 Solder City fights that the Long Road Home was based on. Um, it, up to that point, we had some contact, we had little skirmishes and shit, but nothing like that, and nothing that sustained, like to where we were literally like on shift work. You know what I mean? Like for I don't know if you know how it was working for us, like back in the talk, but we would go out for 8 hours, and then a section would come out and relieve us, and they would pull in, we'd pull out, and uh, go sleep for a couple hours, go refit or whatever, and then come back out. You know what I mean? Like literally shift work. I don't know how you guys were running things because you guys were everywhere. You guys had people everywhere. Yeah, that right there was the worst shit ever. I hated hearing that. Hearts and minds, win hearts and minds. I hated that. Like, God, that was. I feel like that was a big part of. I would say, I would guess to say that. I mean, watch how I say this. I would guess to say that that has a big effect on PTSD cases. Um, when we deployed, we got a Navy SEAL that came out to talk to us, ex Navy SEAL or whatever, and he flat out just said, "Look to your left and right. Somebody's not making it back. Some of you guys are gonna take some lives. That's the way it is. Deal with it." And like walked out. He like dropped the mic, bitches. I'm out. And it worked. It was true. It was like if you just make peace with that, you'll be fine. You know what I mean? But if you go in thinking you're going to win hearts and minds and things aren't going to be that nature and you're not geared up for that, and now all of a sudden shit's happening, it puts you in a different place. You know what I mean? There's that shock factor. Well, yeah, and I'm not saying that that's a psychopath. A sociopath can do it when provoked, but a psychopath's one that just does it unprovoked. But that could have been a very bad vacuum. Yep. Yep. I I wonder why we didn't expose more of the reasons why we were really there. I think it could have swayed the public opinion and like for the right reasons. You know what I mean? Like because it wasn't all negative why we were there. Like it wasn't all fraudulent why we were there. especially especially when you're walking through. I mean, you've seen those streets, man. I mean, that when you're watching the show, The Long Road Home, that's not water you see in the streets. That is sewage. That is raw sewage, and their plumbing went to about as far as their curb if they were lucky. Usually, it was a bucket that they brought outside. But Hey, we seen outside of Camp Marlboro. I don't know if you guys still had Marlboro established because I know they were closing it down at one point when we left, but I think they might have reopened it. Um, yeah, when they were closing that one down, you seen the Iraqis running through there, like through the trash cans and stuff. There was houses just outside of it that were built out of road signs. It said like Diwania 1,700 kilometers this way or some shit. Like it was all bent around in a corner, like making a corner of a house. It says they're having a hard time hearing you. Let's see. Yep, you are hard to hear on there. All right, let's see. I'm gonna throw on a commercial real quick while I figure this out. Yeah. Let's see. Maybe that might help. Go ahead and talk. No, my daughter is actually. I'm up north by Sacramento by Sacramento, San Francisco area. There's the whole massive valley and mountain range between us. Um, all right. Why is it not hearing anything? Oh, that's what I could do. Ah, I got it. Go back over here. Go here and let's go with add. I want to add audio though. I don't want to add that. Groove. Add. Streams. All right, let's see. I'm gonna take this off for a second.